Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. is special, man. And so is this next guy who I already wrote about saying he's the greatest tight end ever in college football history. I'm not too much of a draft guy like you, but I would argue he might be the best tight end in college football history. I'm excited to see what you think about Brock Bowers here. So you have him number 6 overall. Again, same school last year, too. Darnell Washington, you had your number 1 tight end, 16th overall. And Trey McBride the year before at 53 overall. I think the question really becomes him, Kyle Pitts, and maybe if he's better than Kyle Pitts, maybe Vernon Davis in 06, Kellen Winslow in 04. Brock Bowers, is he the GOAT NFL draft tight end prospect?
So I'm going to say no, but only because he's smaller than a lot of other tight ends. And that's okay because in today's era, he's a tight end, but he's really like a move tight end. You know, he can play on the line of scrimmage, sure, and I think he can hold up well as a blocker, but he plays a lot as a wing back. He'll play in the slot. He can play on the outside. So he's more of just kind of like a move tight end and a flexible tight end than like a true traditional. I mean, he's going to show up at the combine, and I think he's going to be around 6'3".
Yeah.
And I think he's going to, I mean, he better weigh in between 240 and 245 pounds, because if he weighs less than 240, you're extremely low percentile for the tight end position. I mean, 6'3" is already small for the tight end position. It's just massive dudes. So I just say that to kind of give context to all of it, because I think Kyle Pitts was regarded and will be regarded as a better prospect coming out than Brock Bowers. He goes number 4 overall, so he's still within that conversation. But, you know, you start scrolling 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, which was an interesting class with O.J. Howard and Evan Ingram and David Njoku. But I think Bowers was more productive and would have been tight end 1, no question, over all of them. 16, 15, 14. Eric Ebron was interesting because he was good enough to go 10 overall, but
he ran a 4.3, right, at the combine? Wasn't that like his big thing?
He was crazy, actually.
It was like a 4. It might have been a 4.4, but I remember his 40 was like unbelievable for a tight end.
There's no way there's a 4.3 or I'm gonna lose my. No. Okay, so listen, he's 6'4", 250 pounds. Both of those numbers for the tight end, bigger than Brock Bowers. They're both the 38th percentile. So they're well below the 50th percentile, and he is significantly bigger, I think, than Brock Bowers was. He ran a 4.6 flat, which
I was way off then. Gee, okay, never mind.
You were way off, but listen, 4.6 flat is the 88th percentile for tight ends.
Yeah.
So it's still like that. The reason why you have that memory of him running a crazy fast 40 is because for a tight end, he did run a crazy fast 40. But I think you pick Brock Bowers over him. 13 was Eifert over him. 12 was Fleener over him. Kyle Rudolph over him. You know, 2010 is kind of interesting because it's like Jermaine Gresham's tight end 1 in that class off the board, but Rob Gronkowski goes 42nd overall.
Yeah, right.
Tight end of all time. And then later in that class, you had Jimmy Graham go 95. So I think it's something probably around there. You've got to go back to at least 2010, if not before, to find a prospect that it was as highly regarded as Brock Bowers is outside of Kyle Pitts.
Okay, outside of Kyle Pitts. I'm a huge Brock Bowers guy, man. So I still think I think he's a GOAT college tight end, but you're better than me for prospect wise. But man, I think Bowers, man, like a George Kittle, something like that, he's gonna be a monster. I'm of the belief, and I know you might not subscribe to it, but I'm of the belief that Jim Harbaugh should take him number 5 overall and just cook from there.
If he thinks that Bowers holds up well enough on the line of scrimmage, I think that he definitely could do that because he loves to get tight ends involved.
Yeah.
But if he does, the issue becomes if you don't think he's going to hold up well enough on the line of scrimmage to be a true every situation tight end, then do you just take Malik Nabers or Rome Odunze?
Yeah.
Like at that point, if you don't believe that he's like a full-time inline player and he's more of a receiver, are you just going to draft a receiver instead? So that's, I think, the conversation that you have. But Bowers, to me, is within that conversation, which puts him in the same area as Kyle Pitts. But I do think Pitts, when he was coming out, was translation-wise to the NFL regarded higher than Brock Bowers just because there's a little bit of concern over the size.